If I had to scale a business in 2026, I wouldn't hire a single extra person. I'd do the whole thing with AI. And I don't mean chatbots. I built these systems for law firms, construction companies, and consulting firms. And the ones scaling the fastest right now have the fewest people. Give me a few minutes and I'll show you exactly what I built and the one thing you should never let AI touch. Before all this, I spent 3 years as a data scientist at JP Morgan. Everything I'm about to show you comes down to one idea: giving your business a brain. So when I say give your business a brain, here's exactly what I mean. A brain is just one place where everything your business knows lives that your AI can pull from anytime it's completing a task. Your documents, your past deals, how you actually do things, all in one place that the AI can reach. It can be as simple as a single document your AI reads before answering you, or as advanced as a custom system trained on your entire company. There's a bunch of ways to build it, and the method matters way less than the fact that you actually have one. So I'll show you how to figure out which version fits for your business at the end, so stick around for that. Don't get me wrong, I don't think hiring is a bad move. For a long time, it was the obvious one. You want to scale, you add people. That was the playbook. But AI changed the math completely. Used right, it gets you real gains faster and cheaper than another hire would. In one Harvard study, people using AI finished their work about 25% faster at a higher quality. That's just people using it casually, not built into their business. Now, I'm not saying replace your team or stop hiring humans. I'm saying if something's repetitive and eating your team's time, try AI there first, then build on top of that, because when it clicks, the gains are unimaginable. For example, say if you've got analysts on your team going through documents, pulling the same clauses, the same detail over and over. It's standard, it repeats. The old move is to hire 2 more analysts. 2026 move is to hire one good one to oversee the work and let AI do the actual volume, because it can process all of it accurately and consistently without the quality falling off. Now here's the part that nobody tells you. Don't point AI at the thing that your business does exceptionally well. Don't automate the reason that people choose you, right? There are hundreds of other companies that do what you do. Why did your customer pick you? They trust you and they like you. That relationship is the one thing you want to protect. So just to recap, automate the busy work that's burying your team. Never automate the handshake. Now, I know what some of you are thinking, because I hear it on almost every call. AI is just a chatbot, right? And I get that. I understand. Your first experience, as long as myself, with it was probably just a little box on a website where you type a question and you get an answer back. So that's what AI became in our heads collectively. But that's definitely just the floor and not the ceiling. AI can produce unlimited output. That was never the hard part, right? The two things that decide whether it's useful are the context you give it and how it's wired into your business. Is it a separate tab you copy and paste in and out of, or is it plugged into real systems, triggering on actual work as it comes in? That difference is everything and is a key distinction. And a lot of times, rather than argue people out of their skepticism, I can't do it, right? So what I tell owners most of the time is simple. Give me one process your team dreads, the thing everybody hates doing that has to get done, and I'll build a system around that. Just that, and you watch it work. That's the moment that people flip, not because I convinced them, but because they saw it happen on their own work. So let me show you what this actually looks like in practice. I work with a boutique law firm, and law is actually brutal for this, right? There's mountains of paperwork, and the details matter because someone's case is on the line. They're drowning in data and files and everything, spending hours manually going through client intake and reviewing cases. So I built them a case analyzer with contradiction analysis baked in. They would securely upload a case into their own custom system, and it processes the documents and answers questions the exact way their firm does. That last part is key. Generic AI can read a document, sure, right? But it doesn't know their process, their framework, their SOPs. The system I built did, and that's what made it theirs, not just some tool. Here's the result. Analyzing a case went from 3 hours to 5 minutes. They used to get through 2, maybe 3 cases a day, and now they can do 3 in 15 minutes. But here's the part people miss. The win is not that they can suddenly do 100 cases more, right? Those gains often flatten out past a point. The real win is what they did with the time that they got back. They still tripled their output, and they spend the rest of their freed up time on high level work that AI can't touch: the strategy, the relationships, the things that actually push the firm forward and keep them at the top of their market. AI didn't replace them, it gave them their time back. And it's not just law. I worked with a construction company that was sitting on years of past work, client deals, sales calls, old bids, and all of it got buried in folders no one ever opened again. We took all of that and turned it into a brain that they could actually ask. So now when a new bid comes in, instead of starting from scratch and trying to remember how they handled something similar 2 years ago, they pull it up in seconds. It cut the time to put a deal together way down, and that speed turned into real money. Because in construction, the firm that gets a solid bid back first is often the one that wins the job. Same move as the law firm, but a completely different industry with different documents, but the same lesson. So they basically stopped letting their best work rot in a filing cabinet, Google Drive, SharePoint, and finally handed it to AI that could actually use it. Of course, once people see that, the doubt starts. Let me hit the big ones head on because they're the same reason most owners never start. So first, my business is too custom for this. I hear it constantly, and I think it's backwards. The more custom your business is, the harder a generic tool fails you, and the more a brain trained on you wins. Custom isn't the reason it won't work, it's the reason you need it built for you instead of grabbed off of a shelf. Second, AI makes mistakes, I can't trust it. You're right, it can, but also so can a new hire, and you don't refuse to hire people, right? The fix is the same for both. You don't hand it the keys on day one, you give it context, you check its work, and for the high stakes stuff, you keep a person reviewing the output, exactly like the law firm does. Used right, it's not replacing your judgment, it's doing the heavy lifting before your judgment kicks in. Third, security. I'm not putting my client data into some AI. Good, you shouldn't dump it into a random free tool, but that's not the move. You build these on your own infrastructure where your data stays yours and never trains someone else's model. The law firm handles some of the most confidential documents there are. It works there because it was built to be secure, not because they cross their fingers. And the last one, my team will never use it. They will if it makes their day easier instead of being one more tool to babysit. That's why you start with a thing that they hate doing. When it takes the worst part of their week off their plate, adoption stops being a fight. And find your internal champion, right? Usually one of your top performers. When the rest of the team sees one of their own doing the same work faster with less stress, they don't need any convincing, right? It spreads from the inside. Okay, so how do you actually build a brand for your business? 3 steps, right? Step 1, before you touch a single tool, get clear on what you want it to do. What questions should it be able to answer? What should it not? What's the actual gain that you're after? Most people skip this and start pointing AI at every source of information they have, even the stuff that has nothing to do with what they're after. Don't do it. Start with the goal. Step 2, figure out what information feeds those answers. If you wanted to handle shipping disputes, then the SOP for shipping disputes plus a few examples how you actually handle them, that goes in. The instruction manual for someone's desk, that does not, right? Businesses have thousands of documents sitting in storage, and most of them don't matter. Start with a handful that drive the biggest change, prove it works, and then add the rest over time. Step 3, think about what else it should connect to. Documents are just the starting point and the most laborious part. Once those are in, you look at every other place your contact lives and you pull it into until it stops being a chatbot and becomes a system that actually runs your work for you. The specific AI tool matters way less than you think. Take ChatGPT, Gemini, or Claude, ask them the same question and you'll get answers that are about 95% the same. The tool is not your edge. Your edge is how well it knows you, your business, your processes, and your goals. The whole game is getting as close to be one-to-one with how your company actually operates as you can. So think about it like this. Onboarding a new hire, day 1, you sit with them and here's how we work, here's how everything lives, and here's what to do when this happens. You do that with a person and it takes months for them to get good. You do the same thing with AI and it gets good the same afternoon. And it only gets better because every time you correct it, it stays corrected. You onboard a person for months and you onboard a brain just once, and then you keep sharpening it. That's when it stops being a tool you use and becomes a coworker that you can rely on. So if I'm scaling a business in 2026, that's the move. I'm not racing to hire the fastest. I'm building the brain because that's the thing that actually scales. Hiring adds a person, a brain adds a system that never forgets, never quits, and gets better every single week. So here's what I want you to do. Pick one process, the most repetitive, most annoying, why am I still doing this by hand task in your business. That's where you start. Not everything all at once, just that one. And if you're not sure what kind of brain fits your business, whether that's something that's simple or something fully custom, I built a quick quiz that tells you based on your setup. It's in the description. Answer a few questions and it'll point you in the right direction. And if you want a hand actually building it, that's what I do for a living. So the link's there too. That's it. I'll see you in the next one.